Today we are going to talk about climate change. Unfortunately, due to human activities, climate change is no longer a far off problem. It is happening right now, right in front of us. Large scale changes are happening around us. For example, climate change is leading to higher temperature and more heat waves. It is leading to melting of glaciers, changing in the life cycle of plants and animals. It is disturbing, for example, the migration of birds. Then obviously we have stronger storms, aquatic life, plant life, all of them are disturbed. And because of the disturbance, for example, in the sea, the corals have also been damaged and the sea water has also become warmer. So these are just a few effects that we can see right now happening in front of us. It is going to get worse if we will not take care of this. We have to follow the goals of sustainable development because that is the only way that we can protect the environment right now as well as for the future generations. Because we have to remember that we have taken the earth on loan from them. So we have to be very careful about how we live our life right now. So here I would like to talk about the effect of climate change on polar bears. So because their habitat is being disturbed due to global warming, and because of that what is happening is they end up coming into human habitation where they end up either being killed by them or end up eating something which is not good for them. And this way what is going to happen is we are going to lose a very beautiful species of animals that we have with us. And obviously these goals, they are part of a regular teaching and learning experience. So in this way what is going to happen is all these skills and these values, they have to be incorporated as we move on in our life, as we keep on studying, as we keep on observing the things which are happening around us. So the question arises that so much damage has already occurred. How can we reduce the damage? So one way of doing it is by producing biochar. So biochar is charcoal produced from plant matter and stored in the soil as a means of removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So this way we can also reduce the fertilizer cost by 40 to 50%, and this has good water retention capacity as well as it is an effective decontaminant. And then when it is added to compost, it is going to improve the quality of the soil. And the best part is that instead of burning the dry leaves and wood, we end up converting it into a substance which reduces the carbon content that is released into the atmosphere. So benefits of biochar are mentioned here. So it's going to affect the climate change. It is going to reduce it because the amount of carbon dioxide produced will be less. And then biodiversity, because it will help in avoiding deforestation, and then fighting poverty. What they're talking about is when you will have a good crop yield, obviously your economic condition is going to get better. So these are the few benefits of producing biochar. So trees are rightly called the carbon sink because they're going to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and release oxygen through the process of photosynthesis. Now we are going to talk about some people in action. Like for example, we have Jane Goodall, who has been involved in chimpanzee rescue and rehabilitation, and she has played a great role in protecting these animals. Another person I'd like to talk about is Rajendra Singh, and he is known as the Waterman of India, and he has converted a barren area in Rajasthan by creating small check dams that area has turned into a green area, and don't even feel as if you are in Rajasthan. So continuous effort to harvest water can turn a barren land into a green patch of land. Wangari Maathai, she has been responsible for the Green Belt movement, and she has planted over around 51 million trees in Kenya. So one person can make a huge lot of a difference. So now I wanted to share an article that I wrote about Meitei movement. Now Meitei movement is the brainchild of Mr. Kalyan Singh Rawat. He is a retired teacher who initially started it in his hometown in Gwaldam in Chamoli district, Uttarakhand in 1995. So as we know that women are the backbone of every community, and obviously they have an emotional attachment with their parents. So therefore the name of the movement, which is called Meitei, the Meitei word has been taken from math, which means the parental home or mica of the bride, right? So the bride, she plants her sapling before her departure from her parents' house, and the bride's friends and family, they look after that particular sapling, which later on turns into a tree. And the groom gives some money to the bride's parents, which is used to protect the sapling as well as take care of the needs of underprivileged girls of the village. So it discourages the dowry system, makes people more sensitive and socially aware. So the growth of the sapling for the parents represents the happiness of their married daughter as they see her gift flourishing. So these saplings are emotional as well as environmental treasures, obviously. So because of that, big things often have small beginnings. So if we remember this, and because of this, the forests of Uttarakhand have improved a lot, and there are many forests which are known as Maiti 1. Right? Then to mark the 50th year of India's independence, BSF along with the villagers, they are planted around 1,000 trees, and that is now known as Shaurya 1 there. Right? And as you know that Uttarakhand is also the birthplace of the Chipko movement, which was led by Gaura Devi in 1970 in Raini village of Chamoli district, Uttarakhand, and further it was spearheaded by Mr. Sundarlal Bahudura. So you can see various efforts have been made in Uttarakhand to be able to improve the quality of trees. So this is a very interesting thing that I came across, and in this way we can always plant a tree or a sapling or anything, or gift a sapling to people on some special occasions. So this is one way of contributing and making someone smile, and it's a great gift to see a plant growing right in front of your eyes. Each one of us has the power to change the world. So in whatever way we can, we must try to reduce the damaging effects on the environment. Each one of us can start our own quiet revolution where we have improved our living style, where we are not damaging the environment, and we are taking care of the various sustainable goals so that the environment is protected for us as well as the future generation.